As the night slowly falls and the world begins to quiet down, there is a sacred moment that many people overlook, a moment between the noise of the day and the stillness of sleep. It is in this moment, when the lights dim and distractions fade, that your soul begins to speak louder than your thoughts. This is the hour when heaven feels closest, when your heart is most open, and when prayer becomes more than just words, it becomes a connection. Before you sleep tonight, pause, not because you have to, but because your spirit needs it. There are battles you fought today that no one saw, burdens you carried that no one understands, and silent prayers that never left your lips. But God saw it all. The night is not just a time to rest your body. It is a time to surrender your worries. Many people go to bed with heavy hearts, replaying mistakes, worrying about tomorrow, and carrying anxiety into their sleep. But what if you could release all of that? What if, before your head touches the pillow, you placed every fear, every regret, and every doubt into God's hands? Prayer before sleep is not a ritual, it is a release. It is the moment you say, God, I cannot carry this anymore. I trust you. Think about this. When a child is afraid at night, they call out for their parent, and instantly they feel safe. In the same way, when you call out to Jesus, you are not alone in your darkness. The presence of God brings peace that the world cannot give. You may not see him, but you will feel him. You will feel your heartbeat slow, your mind calm, and your spirit settle into a peace that goes beyond understanding. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, let your prayer begin with gratitude. Not because everything was perfect, but because God was present through it all. Even in your struggles, he was guiding you. Even in your pain, he was strengthening you. Say, thank you, Lord, for this day, for every blessing I noticed and every blessing I missed. Gratitude shifts your focus from what went wrong to what God is doing behind the scenes. Now move into surrender. There are things you cannot control, no matter how much you worry. Tomorrow is unknown, but it is not uncertain for God. Place your future in his hands. Say, Lord, I give you my tomorrow. I trust that you are already there, preparing a way. When you surrender, you are not losing control, you are giving it to the one who holds the universe. As your eyes grow heavy, begin to let go of fear. Fear often grows stronger at night because the world is quiet and your thoughts become louder. But remember this, darkness does not mean God is absent. In fact, some of the greatest encounters with God happen in the stillness of the night. The Bible reminds us that God neither slumbers nor sleeps. While you rest, he is watching over you. Imagine this. As you fall asleep, God is working on your behalf. He is aligning things you cannot see, opening doors you did not even know existed, and protecting you from dangers you never noticed. Your sleep is not wasted time, it is sacred time where God restores your strength and renews your spirit. Now let your prayer become personal. Speak to God as you would to someone who loves you deeply, because he does. Tell him what is on your heart. If you are tired, say it. If you are hurting, express it. If you are grateful, celebrate it. God does not need perfect words, he desires an honest heart. As you continue, ask for peace. Not the temporary peace that depends on circumstances, but the deep, unshakable peace that only God can give. Say, Lord, calm my mind. Remove every anxious thought. Fill my heart with your peace. And as you say this, breathe slowly. letting each breath carry away stress and bring in calm. Now release forgiveness. Do not go to sleep holding on to anger or bitterness. These are heavy burdens that steal your rest. Forgive those who hurt you not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Say, Lord, I choose to forgive. Heal my heart and free my spirit. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is freedom. As the night deepens, ask God for protection, not just for yourself, but for your loved ones. Say, Lord, watch over my family. Surround us with your angels. Keep us safe through the night. There is comfort in knowing that you are not alone, that there is a divine presence guarding you even as you sleep. And now let go completely. Let go of the need to figure everything out. Let go of the pressure to have all the answers. Trust that God is in control. Your job is not to solve everything tonight. Your job is to rest in His presence. As your body relaxes, imagine yourself placing every burden at the feet of Jesus. One by one, lay them down. Your worries, your fears, your regrets, leave them there. You do not need to pick them up again. Finally, end your prayer with faith. Say, Lord, I trust you. No matter what tomorrow brings, I know you are with me, and let those words carry you into sleep. Because when you sleep in faith, you wake up in strength. As the night grows deeper and silence wraps itself around the world, there is a different kind of conversation that begins. Within you a quiet dialogue between your heart and your soul. It is in this stillness that the things you ignored during the day begin to surface. The worries you pushed aside, the pain you tried to hide, the questions you never answered, they all return, gently knocking at the door of your mind. But tonight is not a night to run from them. Tonight is a night to bring them to God. Before you sleep, understand this truth. You were never meant to carry everything on your own. Many people go through life pretending to be strong, holding everything together on the outside, while slowly breaking on the inside. But God does not ask you to pretend. He invites you to come as you are tired, overwhelmed, uncertain, and even afraid, because it is not in your strength that God moves most powerfully. It is in your surrender. Think about how often you try to fix everything yourself. You analyze every situation, you replay conversations, you imagine different outcomes, and still peace escapes you. That is because peace is not found in control, it is found in trust. And tonight, God is calling you to trust Him in a deeper way. As you lay in your bed, let your prayer begin with honesty. Say, Lord, I am tired, not just physically tired, but tired in your soul. Tired of trying to be enough, tired of carrying expectations, tired of fighting battles that seem to have no end. And as you say those words, feel the weight begin to lift, because you are no longer holding it alone. There are wounds in your heart that no one else can see. Words that hurt you, moments that changed you, disappointments that stayed with you longer than they should have. You may have learned to live with them, but that does not mean they are healed. Tonight, bring those wounds into the presence of God. Say, Lord, heal what I cannot heal myself, and trust that even if the healing is not instant, it has already begun. Now, let your thoughts move toward the things that are out of your control. Tomorrow, next week, your future, so many unknowns that create anxiety within you. But remember this, God is already in your tomorrow. He has seen every step you will take, every decision you will make, every challenge you will face. And He is not surprised. So why carry fear about a future that God has already prepared for? Release that fear now. Say, Lord, I trust your plan, even when I don't understand it, because faith is not about having all the answers. It is about believing that God does. As your breathing slows, begin to feel the presence of peace entering your heart. Not because your problems have disappeared, but because you have placed them in the right hands. There is a difference between sleeping with problems and sleeping with peace. Tonight you choose peace. Now, let us talk about the thoughts that keep you awake. The what-ifs, the regrets, the moments you wish you could change. These thoughts can become chains that keep your mind restless. But God does not want you to live in regret. He is a God of new beginnings. Every night is an opportunity to reset, to release the past, and to step into grace. Say, Lord, I release my past. I accept your forgiveness, because once God forgives you, there is no reason to keep holding on to what He has already let go of. And now think about the people in your life. Some brought you joy, others brought you pain. Some stayed, others left. But every person played a role in your journey. Tonight, release them all to God. Do not carry bitterness into your sleep. Bitterness is heavy, and it steals your peace. Instead, choose freedom. Say, Lord, I let go of every hurt. I forgive, and I move forward. This is not about them, it is about your peace. As the night continues, shift your focus to God's protection. The world may feel uncertain, but God is constant. While you sleep, He watches over you. While you rest, He guards your heart. You are not vulnerable, you are covered. Imagine a gentle light surrounding you, filling your room with calm and safety. This is the presence of God. You are not alone in this moment. You are being watched over, protected, and loved. Now, speak life over your tomorrow. Even though you do not know what it holds, you can declare faith over it. Say, tomorrow will be guided by you, Lord. I will walk in your strength, not my fear, because what you speak in faith shapes how you rise in the morning. As your body begins to fully relax, let go of every remaining tension. Release it from your shoulders, your mind, your heart. Let your breathing become slow and steady. With every breath, feel yourself drifting deeper into peace. And as sleep gently approaches, remember this. You are not ending your day. You are placing it in God's hands. Every moment, every thought, every emotion, you have surrendered it all. Now rest. Not just physically, but spiritually. Rest in the assurance that God is with you. Rest in the confidence that you are cared for. Rest in the peace that passes all understanding. Because when you truly surrender your night to God, you don't just sleep, you are restored. There is something about the night that reveals what the day tries to hide. When the noise fades and the distractions disappear, you are left alone with your thoughts. And sometimes those thoughts can feel overwhelming. Questions without answers, fears without solutions, and emotions without clarity. But tonight, you are not here to be consumed by your thoughts. You are here to be comforted by God. Because even in your darkest moments, God has never left you. There were times today when you smiled on the outside but felt heavy inside. Moments when you kept going, even though you were tired. Times when you wanted to give up, but something inside you told you to keep moving forward. That something was not just strength. It was God carrying you when you didn't even realize it. And now, as you prepare to sleep, God is inviting you into something deeper than rest. He is inviting you into trust. Not the kind of trust that depends on circumstances, but the kind of trust that remains steady even when everything feels uncertain. Because real faith is not built in comfort. It is built in moments like this, when you don't have all the answers, but you choose to believe anyway. As you lie still, let your heart speak honestly again. Say, Lord, I don't understand everything that's happening in my life right now, and that's okay. You don't need to understand everything to trust God. You just need to know who He is. God is not distant. He is not unaware of your struggles. He is present in your silence, in your thoughts, in this very moment. And He is working in ways you cannot yet see. Think about the times in your life when things didn't make sense at first, but later you realized they were part of something greater. That is how God works. He sees the full picture while you only see a small part. So tonight, instead of asking, why is this happening? Try saying, Lord, I trust that you are doing something good, because even in the darkness, God is creating light. Now, let your prayer shift into surrendering control again, but this time, go deeper. There are things you've been holding on to tightly, things you are afraid to release because you don't know what will happen if you do. But holding on is what's exhausting you. Let go. Say, Lord, I release everything I've been trying to control, and feel that moment. Feel the freedom in those words. You don't have to figure everything out tonight. You don't have to solve every problem. You don't have to carry every burden. God is already holding it for you. Now, let's talk about fear. Fear often feels strongest at night because there is nothing to distract you from it. It whispers doubts, creates scenarios, and fills your mind with uncertainty. But fear is not your truth. God's promises are. So tonight, replace fear with faith. Say, Lord, I will not let fear control my thoughts. I choose to trust you. And as you say this, imagine every fearful thought fading away, replaced by a calm assurance that God is in control. Remember, darkness is not the absence of God. It is simply the place where His light shines the brightest. As your mind begins to quiet, focus on God's presence. You don't need to see Him to know He is there. His peace is the evidence. His comfort is the proof. The way your heart begins to settle, that is Him. Stay in that feeling for a moment. This is what it means to rest in God. Now think about your purpose. Even if you don't fully understand it yet, know this: your life has meaning. Every experience, every struggle, every victory, it is all shaping you into who you are meant to become. God does not waste anything. The pain you went through is not meaningless. The delays you experienced are not mistakes. The doors that closed were not the end. They were redirections, preparations, and protections. So tonight, thank God not just for the good moments, but for the difficult ones too. Say, Lord, thank you for everything you are doing in my life, even the things I don't understand yet, because faith grows stronger when gratitude goes deeper. Now, as sleep gets closer, begin to speak peace over your mind one last time. Say, Lord, fill my thoughts with calm. Remove every worry, every doubt, every fear, and allow those words to settle within you. Let your breathing become slower, deeper, more relaxed. With every breath in, receive peace. With every breath out, release stress. Now, picture yourself completely surrounded by God's presence, safe, calm, protected. There is nothing you need to fear in this moment. You are exactly where you need to be. And as you drift closer to sleep, remember this truth. You are not alone in your journey. You are not forgotten. You are not without purpose. God is with you right now in this quiet moment, and while you sleep, He will continue working in your life. So rest. Rest in His promises. Rest in His presence. Rest in His peace. Because when you trust God in the darkness, you begin to see light even with your eyes closed. As the night reaches its deepest stillness, something sacred begins to unfold within you. This is more than just another moment before sleep. This is a moment of healing. A moment where the noise of the world has finally faded enough for your heart to be heard. And tonight your heart is not ignored. It is invited into the presence of God. There are wounds you carry that words have never fully expressed. Pain that time did not erase, memories that still echo, and emotions that you buried just to keep moving forward. You learned how to survive, how to smile through struggle, how to keep going even when you felt broken inside. But God did not create you just to survive. He created you to be whole. And wholeness begins here, in surrender. As you lie quietly, allow yourself to feel what you've been avoiding, not to dwell in it, but to release it. Because healing does not come from ignoring pain. It comes from bringing it into the light. And God's presence is that light. Say softly, Lord, I bring you my pain, not the version you show the world, but the real one, the one you feel when you are alone. The hurt, the disappointment, the loneliness, the moments that changed you. Place them before Him, and as you do, understand this, God is not distant from your pain. He is near to it. He sees every tear you didn't show, every silent cry, every moment you felt like giving up, and He has been with you through it all. Now let your prayer become a prayer for healing. Say, Lord, heal my heart, not just the obvious wounds, but the hidden ones too, the ones that still affect your thoughts, your choices, your peace. Healing is not weakness, it is restoration. It is God rebuilding what life tried to break. As you continue, feel a sense of release begin to take place. Slowly, gently, the weight you've been carrying starts to lift. Not all at once, but enough for you to breathe easier. Enough for you to feel hope again. Now, let's talk about the lies you may have believed. Sometimes pain whispers things that are not true. It tells you that you are not enough, that you are forgotten, that you are too broken to be used by God. But those are not God's words. Tonight, replace those lies with truth. Say, Lord, remind me who I am in you, because you are not defined by your past. You are not limited by your mistakes. You are not disqualified by your struggles. You are chosen. You are loved. You are being restored. Let those truths settle into your heart. Now, bring your attention to forgiveness again, but this time go deeper. There may be people you have already tried to forgive, but the pain still lingers. That's okay. Forgiveness is not always a one-time decision. Sometimes it is a process. Say, Lord, help me forgive completely, not just with your words, but with your heart. And also forgive yourself for the mistakes you regret, for the choices you wish you could change, for the times you fell short. Say, Lord, I forgive myself because God has already offered you grace. You just need to receive it. As this moment continues, feel the peace of God filling the empty spaces where pain once lived. This is not just emotional relief, this is spiritual renewal. God is restoring your strength, renewing your mind, and refreshing your soul. Now, shift your focus to rest. True rest is not just physical, it is spiritual. It is the ability to lie down without worry, to close your eyes without fear, to sleep without carrying the weight of the world. And that kind of rest comes from trust. Say, Lord, I rest in you. Let those words become real. Let your body relax completely. Release tension from your shoulders, your mind, your heart. You don't need to hold anything anymore. As you drift deeper into this peaceful state, imagine yourself in a place of complete calm. A place where there is no fear, no stress, no pain, only peace. This is the kind of rest God offers you. And now speak protection over your night once more. Say, Lord, cover me with your peace. Guard my thoughts. Protect my rest, because even in your sleep, God is working. He is restoring your energy. He is renewing your mind. He is strengthening your spirit. You may not feel it immediately, but when you wake up, something will be different. There will be a quiet strength within you, a calm confidence, a renewed sense of hope. Because God does not just give you rest, He gives you renewal. And as sleep finally takes over, remember this: you are not broken beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not alone in your healing. God is with you, restoring you, strengthening you, loving you. So close your eyes and let His presence heal you completely. As the night continues and your body begins to fully surrender to rest, your spirit remains awake in a different way, more aware, more open, more connected. This is the moment where faith becomes more than just a belief. It becomes a decision. Because faith is not about what you see, it is about what you choose to believe, even when you cannot see anything at all. There are moments in life when the path ahead feels unclear. You don't know what's coming next. You don't know how things will work out. And sometimes that uncertainty creates fear. But tonight, God is inviting you to shift your perspective. Instead of focusing on what you cannot see, focus on who is leading you. Because when God is leading your life, you are never truly lost. As you rest quietly, let your prayer begin to align with faith. Say, Lord, even when I cannot see the way, I trust that you're guiding. These words are powerful, not because they change your circumstances instantly, but because they change your heart. Faith does not remove uncertainty, but it removes fear from uncertainty. Think about the times when things didn't go as planned. The delays, the closed doors, the unexpected changes. At the time, it may have felt like everything was falling apart. But looking back, you may realize that those moments were actually guiding you toward something better. That is the nature of God's plan. It does not always make sense in the moment, but it is always working for your good. Tonight, release the need to understand everything. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to trust the one who does. Say, Lord, I trust your timing. because timing is often where faith is tested the most. Waiting can feel uncomfortable. It can feel like nothing is happening. But in reality, God is always working behind the scenes. While you are waiting, God is preparing. While you are resting, God is arranging. While you are unsure, God is certain. Now bring your focus to purpose. You were not created by accident. Your life is not random. There is a purpose being shaped within you, even through the challenges you face. Every experience, every lesson, every moment, it is all part of something greater. Say, Lord, help me walk in my purpose, even if you don't fully understand what that purpose is yet. Trust that God is leading you toward it, step by step. Purpose is not always revealed all at once. Sometimes it is discovered in small moments of obedience, in quiet acts of faith and daily trust. As your mind begins to settle even more, reflect on this truth. You don't have to rush your life. The pressure to figure everything out, to achieve everything quickly, to compare yourself to others, it all fades in the presence of God, because God's plan for you is not a race, it is a journey, and every step matters. Now, let your prayer become one of alignment. Say, Lord, align my heart with your will. This is where true peace is found, not in getting everything you want, but in trusting what God wants for you, because His plan is always greater than your expectations. As the stillness deepens, allow yourself to fully rest in this truth. You are exactly where you need to be right now. Even if it doesn't feel perfect, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it feels incomplete, God is still working. Nothing is wasted. Now let go of comparison. Sometimes you look at others and wonder why their lives seem clearer, easier, or more successful. But your journey is unique. God is writing a different story for you. Say, Lord, help me trust my journey, because comparison steals peace, but trust restores it. As you move closer to sleep, speak confidence over your future. Say, my future is in God's hands, and believe it. Let that truth calm every anxious thought, every doubt, every fear, because when your future is in God's hands, it is secure. Now take a deep breath, and with that breath, release every remaining worry about tomorrow. You don't need to carry it into your sleep. You don't need to solve it tonight. You don't need to understand it right now. Just rest. Rest in faith. Rest in trust. Rest in the assurance that God is in control. As your eyes grow heavier and your body becomes still, remember this. Faith is not just something you speak, it is something you live. And tonight, you are living it. By choosing to trust God, even when you cannot see what lies ahead. So sleep peacefully, because the same God who watched over you today will guide you tomorrow. As the night continues to unfold and the world rests in silence, there is a powerful truth that many forget, but tonight you will remember it clearly. You are not alone, and you are not unprotected. Even in the quiet darkness, there is a divine presence surrounding you, watching over you, guarding you in ways you cannot see. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that while you sleep, God remains awake. You may close your eyes, but He never does. You may rest, but He continues to work. This is not just a comforting thought, it is a promise. Throughout your life, there have been moments when you were protected without even realizing it. Situations that could have gone wrong, but didn't, paths you almost took but somehow avoided, dangers you never saw because God was already there, shielding you. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, let that truth settle into your heart. Say, Lord, thank you for protecting me, even when I didn't know it. Because protection is not always visible, but it is always present. Now, let your prayer become intentional. Speak protection, not just as a hope, but as a declaration of faith. Say, Lord, cover me with your presence tonight. Surround me with your peace. Let no fear, no harm, no darkness come near me. Feel the power in those words. This is not fear speaking. This is faith standing firm. As your body relaxes further, imagine a calm, radiant light surrounding you. Not harsh, not overwhelming, but gentle, warm, and steady. This light represents God's presence. It fills your room, your mind, your heart. Nothing can disturb what God is protecting. Now let go of the hidden fears you may still be holding. Sometimes fear does not appear loudly, it shows up quietly. As worry, as uneasiness, as a feeling you cannot fully explain. But even those small fears matter. Bring them to God. Say, Lord, I give you every fear, even the ones I don't understand, because God does not need you to explain your fear. He only asks you to trust Him with it. And as you release those fears, notice how your mind begins to calm. The thoughts that once felt overwhelming start to lose their power. This is what happens when faith replaces fear. Now reflect on this truth. Fear tries to convince you that you are vulnerable, but God reminds you that you are covered. Fear tells you to stay alert, to worry, to expect the worst. But God invites you to rest, to trust, to expect His goodness. Tonight, choose which voice you will listen to. Choose faith. As you continue in this moment of stillness, begin to speak peace over your environment. Say, Lord, let your peace fill this place. Not just your mind, but your entire space. Let your room become a place of calm, a place of rest, a place where anxiety cannot stay. Because where God's presence is, peace follows. There is a deep sense of comfort in knowing that the same God who is watching over you is also watching over those you love. You are all under His care. As your breathing becomes slower and deeper, let your body fully relax. Release any remaining tension. Let your shoulders drop. Let your mind quiet completely. You don't need to stay alert. You don't need to keep thinking. You don't need to hold anything anymore. God is already handling it. Now, as sleep begins to gently take over, remember this. You are safe. You are covered. You are protected. Not because of your strength, but because of God's presence. And even in the middle of the night, if you wake up for a moment, do not let your mind return to worry. Instead, return to this truth. God is still there. He has not left. He has not forgotten. He is still watching over you. So rest deeply. Rest without fear. Rest without anxiety. Rest in complete trust. Because tonight you are not just sleeping. You are being guarded by the presence of God. As the night stretches on and silence settles even deeper, there is a hidden battle that many people face, a battle not seen by others, but felt intensely within. It is the battle of the mind. The constant flow of thoughts, the endless what-ifs, the quiet anxiety that refuses to let you fully rest. But tonight, this is where that battle begins to end. Because peace is not something you chase. It is something you receive. And right now, God is inviting you to receive it. There are moments when your mind feels too loud, when your thoughts race faster than your heart can handle. You try to calm yourself, to distract yourself, to reason with your thoughts, but they keep coming back. This is what anxiety does. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of worry about things that may never even happen. But here is the truth you need to hear tonight. You don't have to believe every thought you think. Not every thought is truth. Not every fear is real. And not every worry deserves your attention. So right now, begin to separate yourself from those thoughts. Instead of becoming them, observe them, and then release them. Say, Lord, take control of my thoughts, because your mind was never meant to carry this much weight alone. As you say those words, imagine your thoughts slowing down, like waves that were once crashing violently, now becoming calm, steady, and gentle. This is what happens when you surrender your mind to God. Now, let's address the root of anxiety. Often, anxiety comes from trying to control what is uncertain. The future, outcomes, situations, people you want clarity, but instead you feel overwhelmed. But peace does not come from controlling the future. It comes from trusting the one who holds it. So tonight, release control again, but this time, specifically over your thoughts about tomorrow. Say, Lord, I give you my worries about the future. Every question, every doubt, every fear, place them in His hands. You don't need to carry tomorrow into tonight. Now, begin to replace worry with truth. When your mind says, what if something goes wrong? Answer it with, God is with me, no matter what happens. When your thoughts say, I'm not ready, answer with, God will strengthen me. When fear whispers, you might fail, answer with, God will guide me. This is how you take back control, not by fighting your thoughts alone, but by replacing them with faith. As your mind begins to quiet, focus on your breathing. Slow, deep, steady. With every breath in, receive peace. With every breath out, release anxiety. Feel your body responding. Your heart rate slows. Your muscles relax. Your mind becomes still. This is not just physical, it is spiritual. God's peace is entering you. As the night gently carries you closer to deep rest, there's one final shift that transforms everything within you. Shift from worry to gratitude. Because no matter what kind of day you had, no matter what you faced or felt, there is always something powerful about ending your day with a thankful heart. Gratitude is more than just saying thank you. It is a perspective. It is choosing to see God's presence even in the smallest details. And tonight, as you prepare to sleep, God is inviting you to reflect not on what went wrong, but on what was still good. Think about your day. There were moments you may have overlooked, simple, quiet blessings that passed by unnoticed. A breath you took without thinking. A moment of peace in the middle of chaos. A situation that could have gone worse but didn't. These are not coincidences. These are signs of God's presence in your life. So now begin your prayer with gratitude. Say, Lord, thank you for this day. Even if it wasn't perfect, even if it was difficult, even if you felt tired, there is still something to be thankful for. Because God was with you through it all. Gratitude changes your focus. Instead of dwelling on problems, it reminds you of God's faithfulness. Instead of magnifying stress, it magnifies His goodness. And as your heart begins to fill with thankfulness, something shifts within you. You begin to feel lighter, calmer, more at peace. Now go deeper. Say, Lord, thank you for the blessings I didn't even notice, because there are countless things God does for you every single day that you may never see, protection you didn't realize, opportunities you didn't recognize, strength you didn't acknowledge. God has been working in your life in ways you don't fully understand, and tonight you choose to trust that. As you continue, begin to thank God not just for what He has done, but for what He is about to do. Say, Lord, thank you for what is coming. This is where gratitude becomes faith. You are thanking God in advance, believing that He is already preparing something good for your life, because God's blessings are not limited to your past, they are part of your future. Now, let your heart rest in this truth. You are blessed, not because everything is perfect, but because God is present, and His presence is the greatest blessing of all. Take a moment to truly feel that. Feel the calm. Feel the peace. Feel the quiet joy that comes from knowing you are cared for. Now, let gratitude extend beyond yourself. Think about the people in your life, your family, your friends, those who have supported you, and even those who have challenged you. Each of them has played a role in your journey. Say, Lord, thank you for the people in my life, because even the difficult relationships have taught you something, strengthened you, and helped shape who you are today. Gratitude brings healing to relationships. It softens your heart and replaces resentment with understanding. As your spirit continues to settle into this peaceful state, begin to declare blessings over your life. Say, Lord, let your favor rest upon me, not out of pride, but out of trust, because God delights in blessing those who seek Him, those who trust Him, those who walk in faith. Now, imagine your life filled with God's favor, doors opening, opportunities appearing, peace surrounding you, strength guiding you. This is not wishful thinking, this is faith, and faith has power. As you prepare to drift into sleep, let gratitude be the final emotion you carry into the night. Not worry, not fear, not regret, gratitude. Because when you sleep with a thankful heart, you wake up with a renewed spirit. Now take a deep breath, and with that breath, say one final prayer. Lord, thank you for everything. Thank you for today. Thank you for tomorrow. Thank you for always being with me. Let those words echo softly in your heart. And as your body fully relaxes and your mind becomes completely still, remember this. You are blessed. You are loved. You are held in God's hands. So rest peacefully tonight, knowing that your life is filled with His goodness. As the night continues and your body rests deeply, something powerful is quietly taking place within you. While your eyes are closed and your mind is at peace, God is working in ways you cannot see. This is not just sleep, this is renewal. Because every night is more than an ending. It is preparation for a new beginning. There is a reason why mornings feel different after a peaceful night. It's not just physical rest, it's spiritual restoration. When you surrender your night to God, you don't just wake up with energy. You wake up with strength. Tonight, as you sleep, God is restoring everything that was drained from you during the day. The energy you lost, He is renewing it. The peace that was shaken, He is restoring it. The strength you thought you didn't have, He is rebuilding it. You may not feel it immediately, but something within you is being made new. Now, as you rest in this moment, let your heart begin to look forward, not with worry, but with expectation. Because tomorrow is not something to fear, it is something to step into with faith. Say softly, Lord, prepare me for tomorrow, not just physically, but mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Ask God to shape your thoughts, align your heart, and strengthen your spirit for what lies ahead. Because when God prepares you, you are ready for anything. Think about this. No matter what tomorrow brings, you will not face it alone. The same God who walked with you today will walk with you again. The same strength that carried you through will carry you forward. So instead of asking, what if I can't handle tomorrow? Begin to say, with God I can handle anything. This is where confidence is born, not in your ability, but in God's presence within you. Now, let go of any remaining doubt about your future. Sometimes you may feel uncertain about where your life is going. You may question your direction, your purpose, your next step. But tonight, release that uncertainty into God's hands. Say, Lord, lead me in the right direction. You don't need to see the whole path. You just need to trust the next step. And God will guide you. As your body continues to rest, imagine yourself waking up tomorrow with a renewed sense of clarity. Your mind is calm. Your heart is steady. Your spirit is strong. You are not carrying yesterday's burdens anymore, because you left them with God. Now speak life over your morning. Say, tomorrow will be a good day, not because everything will be perfect, but because God will be with you in every moment, and His presence is what makes any day meaningful. Now reflect on how far you've come. There were days you didn't think you would make it through, nights when you felt overwhelmed, unsure, or even lost. But you are still here. That is not by accident. That is grace. God has carried you through more than you realize. And if He has brought you this far, He is not going to leave you now. So as you sleep tonight, sleep with confidence. Confidence that you are growing. Confidence that you are healing. Confidence that you are moving forward, even when it feels slow. Because progress with God is not always visible, but it is always happening. Now, let your prayer become one of renewal. Say, Lord, renew my strength. Let Him refresh every part of you. Your thoughts, your emotions, your energy. Let Him replace exhaustion with vitality, confusion with clarity, weakness with strength. And as you say this, feel a quiet strength beginning to rise within you. This is not your strength alone. This is God strengthening you from within. As sleep takes you deeper, remember this truth. You are not waking up tomorrow as the same person. You are waking up stronger, wiser, more peaceful, more aligned with God's purpose. Because every night you surrender to God, you wake up transformed. So rest now. Rest in the renewal that is taking place. Rest in the strength that is being restored. Rest in the confidence that tomorrow is already in God's hands. And when you open your eyes in the morning, you will rise not with fear, but with faith. As this night reaches its quiet conclusion, there is one final truth that God wants you to carry into your sleep, and into every tomorrow that follows. You are never alone. Not in your struggles, not in your thoughts, not even in your silence. God has been with you through every moment of this day, and He will remain with you through every moment of your life. Right now, as you lie still, there is no need to rush, no need to think ahead, no need to carry anything else. This moment is sacred. This moment is yours and God's. So take a deep breath and let everything go. Let go of the need to understand everything. Let go of the pressure to have it all figured out. Let go of the weight you've been carrying for too long. Because tonight you are not holding your life together. God is. Now let this final prayer come from the deepest part of your heart. Say, Lord, I come before you with a grateful heart. Thank you for walking with me through this day. Thank you for giving me strength when I felt weak, peace when I felt overwhelmed, and hope when I felt uncertain. Tonight I surrender everything to you, every worry, every fear, every doubt. I place it all in your hands. Heal my heart, Lord. Restore my mind. Renew my strength. Forgive me for my mistakes, and help me to forgive others, so that I may sleep with a peaceful heart. Protect me through this night. Watch over my loved ones. Surround us with your presence. Fill my mind with calm, my heart with peace, and my soul with rest. And as I sleep, Lord, work in my life in ways I cannot see. Prepare me for tomorrow. Guide my steps, and lead me closer to your purpose. I trust you completely. In your presence I find peace. In your love I find rest. In your plan I find hope. Thank you for everything. Amen. Let those words settle gently into your spirit. There is nothing more you need to say, nothing more you need to do. Just rest. Rest in the love of God. Rest in the peace that surrounds you. Rest in the assurance that everything is in His hands. As sleep fully takes over, remember this final truth. You are deeply loved. You are fully known. You are completely cared for. And no matter what tomorrow brings, God will be there. As the screen slowly fades to darkness and soft music continues to play, let these final words echo gently. Sleep in peace tonight, for God is watching over you. Lay down your burdens, for He is carrying them. Close your eyes without fear, for you are safe in His presence. And when morning comes, rise with faith, walk with purpose, and live knowing God is always with you. As the night continues beyond what you can measure, there is a deeper level of stillness that begins to take over, not just around you, but within you. This is the place where thoughts no longer rush, where emotions no longer overwhelm, and where your spirit begins to rest fully in the presence of God. This is not ordinary rest. This is sacred stillness. In this moment, you are not striving, not thinking ahead, not holding on to anything. You are simply being. And in that stillness, God meets you in the most gentle and powerful way. There is no pressure here, no expectations, no noise, just peace. As you lie quietly, imagine yourself resting in a place where nothing can disturb you, a place filled with calm, surrounded by warmth, covered in light. This is what it means to dwell in God's presence, not just to visit it for a moment, but to remain in it. Say softly, Lord, let me dwell in your presence, not just tonight, but every day of your life. Because everything changes when you live from a place of peace instead of pressure. Now, Let your mind completely release all remaining thoughts, even the good ones, even the plans, even the ideas. You don't need to hold on to anything right now. Just rest, because in God's presence, you are already enough. There is nothing you need to prove, nothing you need to fix, nothing you need to figure out. You are accepted just as you are. As your breathing becomes slow and steady, feel yourself sinking deeper into this peaceful state. Your body is fully relaxed. Your mind is completely calm. Your heart is at ease. This is what true surrender feels like. Now reflect on this truth. God is not waiting for you to be perfect. He is simply waiting for you to come close. And tonight, you have done that. You have come close, not through perfection, but through honesty, through surrender, through faith. And that is enough. As this peaceful moment continues, let your heart begin to absorb God's love, not as an idea, but as a feeling, a deep, quiet assurance that you are loved beyond measure. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to chase it. You don't have to question it. It is already yours. Say, Lord, I receive your love, and let that truth settle deep within you. Now allow that love to replace anything that does not belong: fear, doubt, insecurity, heaviness. Let it all fade away, gently, naturally, because where God's love is, there is no room for fear. As sleep deepens, imagine yourself completely surrounded by peace. Nothing can disturb this moment. Nothing can take this away from you. You are safe. You are calm. You are at rest. And in this stillness, God continues to work quietly in your life. He is shaping your future. He is strengthening your spirit. He is preparing what is ahead, even now while you sleep. So you don't need to worry about anything else tonight. Just rest. Rest deeply. Rest fully. Rest completely in Him, because in God's presence, you have everything you need. As the night continues and your body drifts deeper into rest, your mind becomes quieter than ever before. This is the moment where words no longer need to be strong or powerful. They simply need to be gentle, soft, and calming. This is where your soul begins to listen. There is no effort here, no pressure, no need to stay alert. Just allow these words to flow over you like a calm river, slowly carrying you into deeper peace. Breathe in slowly, and breathe out gently. You are safe. You are at peace. You are resting in God's presence. Let that truth repeat softly in your mind, like a whisper that never fades. You are safe. You are at peace. You are resting in God's presence. Now release your thoughts again. If anything tries to enter your mind, worry, stress, or distraction, do not fight it. Just let it pass, like clouds moving across a quiet sky, and return to this. God is with me. God is watching over me. God is giving me rest. Let your breathing guide you deeper. Slow, steady, calm. With every breath, your body relaxes more. Your mind becomes lighter. Your spirit feels free. Now, let these affirmations gently repeat within you. God is in control. I do not need to worry. I am covered by His peace. I release everything into His hands. I trust Him completely. There is no rush. Let each line sink in slowly, one by one. As your awareness fades further into rest, Imagine yourself floating in complete peace. No noise, no pressure, no fear, just calm, endless calm. Now let your heart whisper one simple prayer. Lord, I rest in you. And repeat it softly. Again. Lord, I rest in you. This is enough. You don't need long prayers anymore. You don't need to think deeply anymore. Just this simple surrender. Now allow silence to take over between the words. Let the pauses become longer. Let the stillness become deeper. In this stillness, God is still present. Even when you are not thinking, even when you are not speaking, even when you are fully asleep, God is there. Let that truth comfort you completely. Now your breathing becomes slower. Your body feels heavier. Your mind fades into quiet darkness. And peace fills every part of you. If you wake up briefly during the night, do not return to worry. Just come back to this simple truth. I am resting in God, and let that guide you back into sleep. Now let everything go one last time. Every thought, every worry, every feeling, release it all and drift deeper and deeper into peaceful, uninterrupted rest. Because tonight, you are not just sleeping. You are resting in God's perfect peace. As the night reaches its quietest and deepest point, there is nothing left to do, nowhere left to go, nothing left to carry. You have already surrendered your day. You have already released your worries. You have already placed everything into God's hands. Now you simply rest. Let the words slow down even more now, softer, gentler, almost like a whisper within your soul. Breathe in and breathe out. You are safe. Pause. You are held. Pause. You are at peace. Let each line echo slowly, with space in between, allowing your mind to fully drift. Nothing is required of you anymore. No thinking, no planning, no effort, just rest. Now let this gentle rhythm continue. God is with me. Pause. I am not alone. Pause. I am safe in His presence. Pause. I release everything. Pause. I rest completely. Let the pauses grow longer. Let the silence become part of the experience. Because in that silence, there is peace. If your mind tries to return to thoughts, gently guide it back. Not forcefully, not with effort, just softly return. Back to stillness, back to calm, back to rest. Now, imagine yourself floating in complete quiet. No sound, no pressure, no weight, just peace surrounding you endlessly. This is your safe place. This is your rest. This is where God is holding you. Let your breathing slow even more. Deeper, softer, lighter. With every breath out, you sink further into rest. Now let this simple prayer repeat like a soft echo. Lord, I trust you. Pause. Lord, I rest in you. Pause. Lord, you are with me. Pause. Again, slower. Lord, I trust you. Pause. Lord, I rest in you. Pause. There is no end to this peace, no limit to this calm. You are fully surrendered. You are fully at rest. And even as you sleep deeply, God continues to watch over you. He is still working, still protecting, still guiding. You don't need to wake up to control anything. Everything is already in His hands. Now let the words fade even more. Fewer words, more silence, peace. Pause, rest, pause, calm, pause. Let those words dissolve into stillness. And now, there are no more words needed. Only rest, only peace, only God's presence surrounding you completely.